All right, this is my GE profile side by side. Problem I was having was that the refrigerator was getting way too cold. Freezer was staying at the temperature it should have been, but the refrigerator is getting way too cold. So what I found after doing some research was that in your air inlet supply here, sorry, let me get this up here. This part that sits up here in the back of your refrigerator at the top. It has a damper on the inside, so the air comes right through there. And what controls the amount of air coming through there is this piece right here. There's your damper, and here's the door to your damper. And I know the light's not real good, but basically the door, you can see kind of right here where my thumb's at, if that focuses, the plastic just broke off. So the door was literally just kind of hanging like this, and it wasn't closing. And so the air from the freezer was just constantly running into the fridge unregulated. Now you also have dampers down here in this section here for your custom cool section, but those are running fine. That wasn't a problem. You can actually check those if you set your custom cooling on the drawer. I took the drawer out here, but if you up here, if you come up here, express chill, if you set that down, this fan down here will turn on. And if you come over here to the freezer, you have a little section right here. You can grab a flashlight and peek in there, and you can see the dampers will open when this part is set low and these fans come on. And if this is not on, you can come over here and take a look in there with the flashlight, and you can see the dampers are closed. So that's an easy way to check if these dampers are working here. But what I didn't know was that your air inlet section here actually had a damper inside. It won't say that. I think I found some YouTube video or someone talking online about it, but if you look at parts online, this is just called an air inlet assembly or an air inlet kit. It does not mention anything about a damper being inside, so I had no clue. I was scratching my head trying to figure out what was going on because those other dampers were working all right. But so you do have a damper in there. Mine just broke off. Very strange. I have no clue why that would happen, but of course you cannot just buy a damper and replace it in here. You have to buy the whole new assembly. Awesome, and that's like over $100, so I guess it's still cheaper than a refrigerator. As far as getting it out, it was a bit of a pain. So this part is on the back. They don't want you taking this off, but I thought maybe I could fix the door, if I got this off, but I couldn't. So this was all glued to the back, or taped, whatever they do, to the back of the refrigerator. So even though I had all 4 screws out, it was a pain to get out. I was worried I was going to break it. I didn't know if there was another screw holding it in there, but if you are taking this out, once you get the 4 screws out, you just kind of have to apply some force, and it'll break free. But it had some kind of a glue or tape substance holding it pretty firmly to the back of the refrigerator. But once you get those 4 screws out, you should be able to pull it out without breaking it. A little bit of a pain for me. Also, mine had this big piece of ductwork hanging down. Wasn't quite sure how to get that off at first, but I believe most of the GE refrigerators are the same. You have 3 clips up here at the top, 1, 2, 3, and then you can see those 2 at the bottom there. And all I had to do was first take the knob off here. There's a knob for adjusting the temperature to one of the drawers down there. Squeeze the edges together here, and then that was enabled this to pop out. And then I came up here, and this was a little harder at the top, but I had to fidget with that a little bit to get those tabs to pop out. A little bit of a pain, but it came out. This also needed to come out. This is the cover for your water filter. This is pretty easy to come out. All you have to do is pinch the side here, and then over on this side you can see that little screw at the top. You don't need to loosen that, but you just need to pull this firmly straight back out, and that pops out. Light fixture I had to also take down. There's 4 screws holding that together. Once you get those 4 screws taken out, you can pull the light assembly down and then just disconnect the wire harnesses here. That wasn't too bad. The air intake also has a wire harness here. You can see it hanging out. Once you pull that down, you just unsnap that from the back. Little bit of a pain to get all that stuff out, but not too bad. And then I'm gonna order the part online, and hopefully that'll take care of the problem. But yeah, it comes out. It's just a little bit of a pain to do. So if your refrigerator is getting a little colder than it should be and causing problems, I had vegetables and things freezing. Yeah, I did not know that air intake up there had a damper in it. So make sure you check that if you're having problems. It's not always necessarily this one down here. It can also be the one up in the air inlet at the top. So, all right, hopefully this helps.